Welcome back everyone to another video. Today we're going to be doing a PS Platinum video. I've done one of these in the past where I showed off all the commons at the time, which was, at the time was 12, but the video's about 10. This time it's going to be about having 25 Platinums, which I got just recently. Obviously since I have gotten 3 more, so I have 28 now. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to go through them all, talking all about each Platinum like I did before. It's just a thing I really like to do in the spare time as like a little hobby. When I'm not playing games on my computer, I like going on the PlayStation and trying to platinum games, usually story games, single player games, you know what I mean. So yeah, let's get straight on into the first game. So the first platinum I got after making that video was Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, which I decided to go back to because I remember really enjoying Skylanders when I was really young, but really enjoying Skylanders. So I thought, why not go back, play the old games, and then while I was playing them, I was like, these games could actually be platinum, so I thought why not spend some time, you know, platinum them, stuff like that. Obviously for quite a bit I only had Spyro's Adventure platinum because the other two I sort of took a break from them, but having the future came back and platinum them. Yeah, this game was actually very fun to play. I enjoyed it. When it comes to the platinum, most of it's just play the game and you're going to get over time. Only annoying thing when it came to the platinum was there was one achievement where I think it was like I had to fully upgrade a character, but because I already had them, I don't know how it was. But yeah, I had to pretty much start a new game, grab a character who hadn't leveled up, and pretty much go through it, get all that, get that character completely done. And then I got the platinum, which meant it took me an extra 2 hours or something to actually get the platinum. Than it would have if I didn't come across that bug, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this platinum I got just after. I got this platinum 2 days after Killing Floor 2. But obviously the next platinum I didn't get for another 10 months. So yeah, I usually platinum a bunch of games in a row, and then I take a break from platinum games, and then I come back and platinum a bunch more games in a row. So yeah, I've got 4 platinums in December. I gotta talk about them all. So the next game was Gran Turismo 7. This was this was on the 20th of December. So yeah, this platinum does take quite a long time to do, but because I already had played the game a bunch, this becomes sort of a common theme with me, where I usually play a game a bunch, and then I come back to it months down the line, and I realise there's only like 4 or 5 achievements left, and I'm like, I could actually platinum it. So the only one platinum or one achievement I mean, which I had to spend actually a lot of time on, was so you have to complete 50 races in the sports mode, which takes about 10 hours, 20 hours, something like that. It does take quite a long time, but I started getting into it. I was like, I'm going to do 1 or 2 a day, but I enjoyed it so much. I did something like 10 races in 1 day. So yeah, I did that achievement quite quickly because I really enjoyed doing the sports mode. I was doing like 8, 9, 10 races a day, so I got out really fast. Then there was one achievement which I had to wait on, which was, I think you have to have like 3 classic rare cars. So one of them I had to wait like an extra like a week to get, or this achievement would be done a bit before it. But yeah, this game was actually fun to platinum, but obviously most of my games, when I do platinum it, I'm more like focused on. I usually play the game a bunch, and then I stop playing, I come back, and I'm like, you know what, I can actually platinum this game. There's only like 4 or 5 achievements left, and that's what I did in this game, and I actually had a lot of fun. So the next game was Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, because in this game, even if it is the multiplayer, the only achievements you have to get is actually on single player. So I was like, I actually could do this, and yeah, this game I actually really enjoyed playing the campaign. So the only really annoying achievement was, actually, I guess it was 2, but one of them was because of the difficulty. One of them was the hijacking one, where you're in the air and you have to like play on the hardest difficulty, and obviously the time and stuff. I think that took me like 3 hours to actually finish that sort of side mission, whatever it is, at the end. And the other one was playing on the hardest difficulty. The issue with that is, there's one mission where you have to, when you're in Chernobyl, and you have to bloody defend while a helicopter comes, but you hardly have any cover. There's tons of enemies. Even when I got right to the end, someone was get shot down as I'm bagging my helicopter because there's so many enemies. But I managed to finish eventually. This was actually really fun to do. The main reason I actually did this was because originally I thought there was multiplayer achievements for this game, but then I had one of my friends play this game, who also platinums games. So it's sort of like a bit of a, you know, friendly rivalry going up as to like both of us trying to platinum games so you can platinum more and stuff. See what games we can platinum. And I saw he had played this game, and I was like, wait, there's only single player, so I thought, actually, I would try and platinum this, because obviously the last video, if you watched it, you know I platinumed Modern Warfare 2 remastered, because that's only the campaign 2. Well, that doesn't have any online at all, but you know what I mean. So yeah, let's get on to the next game now. Right, and then the next game was Subnautica. This does say, well, I did finish platinum this one day after Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I should say I didn't complete this whole game in a day. I think I think it took me about 20 hours to platinum this game. I should say when I usually platinum, I usually am playing multiple games in a row, like trying to platinum them in a way, because I don't want to like to be burnt out on a game. So I like to like spend 4 hours in that game and go back to this game for 4 hours. You know, spend a bit of time on different games trying to like get the achievements. Also, actually, when it came to Subnautica, I got it like months ago because of PlayStation Plus. But then I was like, I think I played like 5 minutes of it and got bored of it because of I didn't know what I was doing. But then like, I decided that, you know what, I'll come back. And when I came back and actually really enjoyed the game and actually like put my time into it to figure out how to do stuff, I actually really enjoyed it. So I decided to finish the game, and pretty much with this game, if you finish the game, there's only like 1 or 2 achievements you might have to get, because it's like, I think one of them you have to get like a pet, and something else it's like you have to build something, but they only take like 10 minutes. So like this game, as long as you finish the whole game, this game's actually, it's really fun to play. And well, the platinum is pretty much just finish the game and then do 1 or 2 extra stuff, and that's it, which is really easy. So yeah, I had a lot of fun playing this game. So the next game I platinumed was Train Sim World 3, which was only 4 days after Christmas. I had played the other 2 ones, but the other 2 games, they are platinums. You pretty much would have to, well, the first game, you would have to play like 3,000-4,000 hours of the game to get. The second game, I hardly ever played it because of, well, from 1 to 2, it wasn't really much difference. So I never really played it. And I think in the second game, it would have taken you probably about 100 or 200 hours to get there. So less, but then obviously the third game, because it had been, I think since I played any train sim game, it had been like 4 years or something. So I started playing and actually got really involved. But the platinum for this game only takes about like 10 hours. It's really not that hard to do. It's pretty much just complete like one scenario, one of this, one that. Pretty much the hardest trophy, if you call it hard, is drive 500 miles. That's pretty much the last trophy you get. So it's really easy to get to plan this game. It's obviously, since I planned it, I think I've played this game for like 50 hours since then. So I got like quite a lot of experience in this. So even if it was like a longer platinum, probably would have had it, even if it was shrunk down from the last 2, because obviously the last 2 were really long platinums. But yeah, this game's just really fun. I like simulators, obviously. As you can see, for all the games I've platinumed, I have a large variety. I have a simulator, a survival, a shooter, a racing, an adventure. So literally the last 5 games have all been different genres. So yeah, I do like playing lots of different games. So yeah, let's get right on to the next one. So the next game after that was Saints Row. With Saints Row, yeah, I finished it in January of this year. Yeah, since this year I've actually gained, I think this is my biggest year ever of platinum, so there's quite a lot to go. But yeah, Saints Row, I actually really enjoyed playing the game. Obviously, I didn't buy it when it first came out, I bought it for Christmas, so by then, there's already been a lot of bug fixes and stuff, so when I played it, there was hardly no bugs. I actually did enjoy like I enjoyed the businesses and stuff, and how you make money with all that, and then you have all the missions you have to do with them and stuff. So I actually enjoyed this game. Plus, when I did play this game, I think I played like 50-70% of this game with a friend, so it wasn't just me playing, it was me with a friend. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed playing this game. Our DLCs which are coming out of this, I might play it again in the future, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, I enjoy platinum this. Platinum is pretty much 100% the game. I think I had to finish off all the districts and all that. I think it's pretty much 100%. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, I'm not sure what else to say about that, so let's go on to the next game. The next game was Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, which I bought this game back in, I think it was about 2019, 2018, but I think I played it for like 5 minutes, and yeah, the one annoying thing about this game, what makes it like highly enjoyable, is that unless you watch the videos, you have no idea what you're doing. You need to have to do different stuff and all that, and a lot of it is like, what the hell are you actually doing? So I had to watch the video pretty much throughout the whole game, and yeah, I think this platinum took me about 5 or 6 hours, so it is pretty much my shortest. I did enjoy playing the game towards the end, but I feel like it was just like the puzzles and stuff have just some of them made no sense, stuff like that. And at the beginning, you have to like climb up, so you have to put boxes down to get upstairs, which if you have no idea, that's really a mechanic, like even the make stacks of boxes to climb on the roof to get in. Yeah, it's a bit annoying to platinum is on this, or all the games. It's a bit annoying. It's not my favourite game. But yeah, I decided to platinum it because I did buy years back. So yeah, I guess I got this game platinum, so yeah. So the next game I platinumed was Minecraft Dungeons. This game came out for free on PlayStation Plus, so I decided to play it, and once I played it, I actually enjoyed playing the game. And I think I played it with some friends. I didn't really go throughout the whole game with friends, but yeah, I did actually enjoy playing the game, so I thought, why not platinum the game? And I think this platinum takes around just over 20 hours-ish. So yeah, I really enjoyed this platinum, playing this game. I think there was 1 or 2 achievements where I had to do a bit, but I think one of them was I had to like open 100 chests or something, which I thought was a bit away, but then I literally started grinding for open like 2 chests and I got it. So I hardly had to do anything for that. I mean, there was one other achievement I had to do, but I forgot what it was. But I got that quite easily too. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed playing this game. Obviously, I got it for free from PlayStation Plus, so it wasn't like I spent any money on this. So I would definitely recommend playing this game. If you have this game you never played before, I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely a really nice game to play. And also platinum. So the next one was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. This was another game actually a friend played and platinumed, my friend. And because obviously there wasn't any, well, there's no achievements you need to get online. It's all the achievements are on the story mode to platinum it. So I thought, why not play it? And yeah. So yeah, I decided to buy the game just to play the story. I have actually never played it online on this game. I actually just bought it for the story. So yeah, I got the game. There was, I think there was one or 2 harder trophies to get, but I don't really remember any right off my head. Any achievements I really struggled with. Most of them was like after you figure, if you watch the video, you know, or you can figure out how to do it. It's like all of them are really easy, I would say. I also did really enjoy playing this game because of I did play obviously Modern Warfare 2 on the PC. So yeah, and I played the story on that, so it was nice to come back to this game and yeah, play the first game's story mode, so then you could connect it together what happened in the second game. So yeah, hopefully in the third game they make it even better. Obviously the second game I can't platinum because I got it on the PC. So unless in the future I buy it on the PlayStation, which I'll probably only do that if it's like under like 20 quid or something. But then also some of the achievements on the second game you do have to use online. So it will be a bit harder to get, but yeah, let's move on to the next game now. Right, the next game is Hello Neighbor. Yeah, like with Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, I enjoyed the game. I did enjoy the game towards the end and stuff, but at the beginning, yeah, actually, this was a game where you had to stack boxes to get on the bloody roof to get into the top of a house after you do the first part. But one thing I wish these games did, the Hello Neighbor games, was they actually give you like tips and tricks. Because of the Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek, it said like tips, but it never actually gives you tips. And in this game, I wish actually this game gives you tips and stuff and hints on what you actually have to do. Because of unless you watch the videos or you spend hours and hours trying to figure out to do one level, yeah. Obviously, I don't think I'm really the best at puzzle games in a way. Also, probably part of that is because I don't want to spend like 10 hours trying to figure out the one map, one mission. Which, if you watch the videos back in the day, people would make would spend 5-6 hours trying to finish off one level, trying to figure out how to do it, and it usually would take them multiple episodes. So, yeah, I did towards the end. Obviously, I did actually enjoy platinum the game. At one point, I did get lucky. I did get lucky that the guy did despawn. The only annoying thing about this game was there's one achievement where it's nothing like skill-wise or anything, but you have to plant a seed, and then you literally have to wait 2 hours in-game for it to grow. And obviously, because it was like, I'd already pretty much done everything else, there was only one other thing I had to do. Yeah, it pretty much was just sitting around for, I think I just left my PlayStation on for like 2 hours. The annoying thing was I had to come back every 20 or 30 minutes because the game kept crashing, which was really annoying. But yeah, I did have to get this game. I did enjoy it, kind of. It was a bit boring in some parts because obviously I had to use YouTube a lot to figure out how to do stuff. But yeah, I did enjoy this game. The next game was Fall Guys. Fall Guys, yeah, the reason I decided to platinum this game was because I found a way. They added pretty much a thing in where you could pretty much sort of cheese the hardest achievement. There's this one achievement in the game which is pretty much really hard unless you're really good, where you have to win the final round 5 times in a row. But some of the newer events they do, it pretty much guarantees you to win every time. Doesn't matter what position you're in, whatever, the final you always win. So I've managed to get to that really hard achievement that way. But every other achievement I legitimately got. I had to win 20 episodes, which I think I had won like 18, and the final 2 it took me ages to get. Because I remember I didn't win in ages, and I won 2, and then I got that achievement. The other one was win 20 finals, which surprisingly I won that. That was actually apparently easier for me. Got that way ago than the other things. And yeah, everything else was pretty much just playing the game a bunch and you get the achievement pretty much. So yeah, I actually really did enjoy playing Fall Guys though. Well, going back to the game, playing it and having fun. This didn't take me too long, I don't think. Because the progress did carry over from when I played it when the game first came out. So yeah, I did definitely really enjoy coming back playing Fall Guys. Obviously, even when they've added new levels, I feel like it does start to get bored over time. Partly because I feel like even if they've added new levels to the game, I always get the same levels. So it's like, yeah, I wish I had given me different levels. So the next game I platinumed was Subnautica Below Zero, which I finished one day after I finished Fall Guys Platinum. Obviously, both of these Platinums I was pretty much doing at the same time. I actually did really enjoy playing this game. Obviously, I decided to buy this game because I enjoyed the first one a lot. And this game also I did enjoy. I couldn't really say to you which one I actually prefer more, because both of them are really good games. I do like with Below Zero how a bit of it does take place outside of the water. It is really, obviously it's a water game, it's pretty much based around water, but it is nice every so often actually going onto land and exploring on land, stuff like that. But yeah, I actually did really enjoy both. To be honest, when I played this game, I thought there was going to be more bigger creatures, because when I looked at when you look at the cover of the game and stuff, you see like big creatures, stuff like that. So I thought there was going to be a lot more terrifying creatures. I don't really remember any ones really. There was obviously the Dark Leviathans that were at the bottom, but they were like, yeah, weren't really much, I feel like. Yeah, there wasn't any, I'd say, with obviously the first game you have a Reaper, which is if you know something like, you know the Reaper. This game, I don't really feel there's any one creature which stands out, to be honest. But I did really enjoy playing this game, going after the storyline, getting all the achievements. Obviously, like the first game, there's only 2 or 3 achievements which aren't part of the story. It's you have to build a jukebox and do some other stuff. I completely forgot what they are though. But yeah, let's get on to the next one, which I only finished 4 days after this one. So yeah, it's pretty much last month and this month I've platinumed in total 7 games already, which is quite a lot. So the next game after that I platinumed was Far Cry 5. Which I should say about Far Cry 5 was, I think I pretty much got on every achievement something 4 years ago. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a bit harder to get the platinum, but it was a bit annoying because the final achievements I had to get was killing enemies, and there was one where I had to win 10 featured maps, but that was actually really easy because there was still people playing. And actually, when I came back to this game, I actually remember how good Far Cry 5 really was. Far Cry 5 is actually a really good game. To be honest, I have started now going back to Far Cry 3 and 4. I have also played 6. And to be honest, I feel like Far Cry 5 might be my favourite one in the series, as I've gone back to the other ones. Obviously, everyone has different favourites and stuff in the series, but yeah, I actually really enjoyed going back. I pretty much had to do that one online achievement. I had to finish off all the fishing stuff, and I think there was 2 or 3 killing ones, which I also found they were easy to do. Actually, one was distracting with the rocks, which I had to do a bit of to finish that one off, but the other 2 were killing ones, which killing is a bit annoying because I'd pretty much finished everything off before 100% of the game when I was a couple of years back, and yeah, from 2 things I had to do actually, wasn't really 100% because of the fishing stuff, but I pretty much had done all the normal stuff. I'd raided the bases up, but yeah, there was literally, because I'd raided all the bases, it was hard to find any enemies, which obviously, now when I play the other Far Cry, I make sure to get the kill achievements before I finish off all of the bases. So I make sure I do now. So the next game I platinumed was Watch Dogs Legion. I bought this game back in 2021. I think I played it a little bit, and then I pretty much stopped playing it. And then when I wanted back to playing it, I couldn't get into it, if you know what I mean. But then I decided to, only a couple of weeks ago, pretty much get back into the game. And I actually really enjoyed playing it. So it took me about 30 hours to get the platinum, pretty much play through the game and all that. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed platinum this game. I actually really enjoyed the storyline. Obviously, I think my favourite Watch Dogs is Watch Dogs 2. But yeah, Watch Dogs Legion is actually quite a fun game, I think. The only annoying thing was, I think there's pretty much all the collectibles is you have to play darts in every location, drink in every location. You have to put all the paste ups, which is like stamps, well, which is like graffiti on all the walls and shit in the map. Obviously, them achievements. The one annoying thing of them is they all have to be done with the same character. There's a bit of a bug with it where you have to do all with the same character, but because of that, I pretty much had to go back and do everyone again. And with the paste ups, even when I did go back and do everyone again with the same character, the achievement didn't pop, so I was getting really annoyed. I stopped playing I pretty much went off the game. I went back on the game, and for some reason, when I turned the game back on a couple of hours later, the achievement popped straight away. I didn't actually notice for a bit, so I started doing them again. I think I'd gone through 5 or 6 of them before I noticed I had actually popped the big one and actually had to plan them. When I went back and looked at the video when I got to plan them, yeah, it literally just showed a loading screen. So, yeah, I don't know how it popped, but it did pop, which is actually really nice. So I got that achievement. Obviously, that's a bit buggy, but yeah, I feel like with some companies don't care too much about the achievements when it comes to games. And then the next platinum, only 6 days later, was Skylanders Giant, which obviously in the earlier video, first platinum I got for this video was Skylanders Spyro's Adventures. At the same time as I finished off Giants. Obviously, I had to come back. I think I was about halfway playing on the hardest difficult, was the Nightmare. So I had to finish that off first, which took about 2 or 3 hours. And then after that, I had to do, I think it was some of the chapter missions where you have to do like special things on chapters. The final achievement I got was an achievement where you have to, I think it's chapter 6, you have to shoot down all the helicopters. Once I got past the first part, because the first part was this one helicopter which flies off just as you turn, so you have to shoot it really fast, or you have to restart that checkpoint mission. Actually, I don't think there's checkpoints, so you have to restart the whole mission, but because it's at the start, you obviously go right back to start the mission. Anyway, but yeah, it was a bit annoying to get, well, that. Obviously, once I got past that, the rest of it, I managed to get luckily. Obviously, some of the bits there, you could miss out. There's one right at the end I think you could miss in a way. But it's not right, it's a bit before that, but you could still miss. Which if you did, that'd be really annoying having to do all that stuff we're going to do. But I actually really did enjoy coming back doing this. The only other Skylanders games I think I could plan them is Trap Team. Because in Swap Force, there's one where you have to like use a sign. But obviously, when I was young and I played it, I was on a different account from this one now. Because this account I have now is pretty much all my name. The one I did play when I was younger, obviously that was in like a parent's name and stuff. So yeah, obviously that achievement is pretty much impossible now these days to get. So there's no point of getting the other achievements. I have finished the game on my account, but obviously because of I can't get that one achievement, I'm not really going to bother getting the other ones because I pretty much would finish everything, but I want achievement would stop me from platinum and Swap Force. But Trap Team in the next video, I do on platinums. I probably will get Trap Team done. And who knows, maybe the other 2 games I don't actually have, maybe I might buy in the future, maybe they might be possible to platinum. I'm not sure, but the original 2 Skylanders are like masterpieces. After that, I feel like they go down a bit, they start to get a bit worse, but yeah. Let's get on to the final game of this video. So my most recent platinum I have is Far Cry 3, which I platinumed only 3 days ago as recording this video, or 4 days ago of the video coming out, which yeah, Far Cry 3 I enjoy, but to be honest, a lot of people say that Far Cry 3 is the best in the series, but going back and playing it, because I didn't really play at all when I was younger, I think my brother owned this, so I played it for about an hour or 2, but I was there. Coming back to it and hardly knowing the game at all, to be honest, I think it's definitely enjoyable, but I don't really feel it's like the best in the series. Also, the one weird thing about it is that, what was it, Vaas? Vaas is like sort of a main character, like a main villain, but then at the same time he's not. There is also, you have, it's like a business guy on the Southern Islands who technically is more of the actual villain because he's like calling the shots with him. So, yeah, I thought like Vaas would be for the whole story, but halfway through he pretty much dies off anyway. But it's more like 70% or something like that. But yeah, I did enjoy playing Far Cry 3, but to be honest, I don't feel like it's as good as it's hyped to be in my eyes anyway. But then also that's because of maybe when it first came out, it probably was really good and like for the time was really good. But then obviously since then, it probably isn't. Obviously as new games come out, you have a lot more features. Obviously with customization, you pretty much had one scope, one extended magazine and suppressor for every gun. You had a battery, like you had like 7 or 8 skins on each gun, which is actually quite nice. But yeah, that was my most up-to-date platinum, so let's head off to the end screen now. So these were all the platinums I have gone over the last, like a couple of years since I made my last video. I have definitely in the last 2 years, I've gone tons more platinums. I have definitely started enjoying platinum games more. Obviously the next time I'll do a platinum trophy video will be when I get 50 platinums, which probably will be in like 2025 or 2026, depending on how many platinums I get. Also, in the future, when I'm doing harder stuff, I'll probably have less time to platinum games, so it probably will even be even slower for me getting platinums. But I do have other games ready to go to platinum. I did buy recently, I bought Farm Simulator 2022, which I'm actually quite excited about platinum because of my first ever platinum was Farm Simulator 17, so it's quite nice playing, trying to platinum another Farm Simulator, because of obviously Farm Simulator was the first game I ever platinumed. I have also Resident Evil 2, which I'm also going to try and platinum. And whichever ones do I have? Oh yeah, I bought Far Cry 4 recently. I've already finished the game off, but I'm obviously playing the other games because I want to sort of play all the games before I try and platinum them all. So yeah, I have Far Cry 4 I'm going to platinum, which actually, Far Cry 4 sort of feels to me anyway like Far Cry 3, but sort of trying to make it a bit better and stuff, like obviously adding more features because it's on a new console. Obviously went from PS3 to PS4 there, so it's just more performance to add. I also bought the GTA 5, what was it, the GTA 5, the new trilogy they have of the old games upgraded. Obviously, since they first released, there's been a lot of like updates and stuff to fix all the bugs and make them actually look better, so they don't get memed as much. I probably will try and platinum them. Obviously, the only thing about platinum these days is that I did look back at the older versions, which I do actually have the original PS4 versions. For some reason, the platinums are actually longer because they make you do more stuff in these trilogy versions in the defected edition. But I call it the defected edition because that's what originally the meme was on it. But yeah, the other games I have, so what was I have like 5 or 6 games I have which I'm thinking of platinum. Even if I don't platinum all, I think Resident Evil, Farm Sim, and Far Cry 4 will definitely platinum. So they're 3. The GTA ones, it depends. I think San Andreas I will do because San Andreas is the game I played when I was a child. The other 2 ones I didn't really play as much, but I did definitely play them all. But yeah, this video is going to be quite long, so the over 27 minutes long. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I am thinking of in the future of making an actual video of me platinum a game. I have been thinking of doing it for a while, but to pretty much play a game, like especially if it's like a long platinum, it's going to be a bit annoying doing like a 30-hour platinum and having to record it and trying to squeeze it down and try and find a good format from it. I think I will do in the future though. I might start off with a shorter platinum first to try and platinum it, so then I sort of get a rough vibe on how I can do different platinum trophies in the video. So yeah, obviously I would actually like in the future maybe to do some Hearts of Iron 4 trophy videos. I know it's not on PlayStation, but on the PC maybe do some trophy videos on Hearts of Iron, trying to get some of the hard ones. But yeah, I don't make this video go on for too much longer. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you do want to see some more videos like this and other videos on my channel, just remember to like, comment, and yeah, see you on the next video. So cheerios.